Yeah.
Hey, Law, we're back again.
Hey, that's what I love to hear, man. Let's get it.
Hey, we got to put out another banger. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, most certainly.
That's all we know over here.
Man, that's all we got to know, man. I love it, man. You know, talking about the Cowboys. I think I do this in my sleep, by the way.
So, I do it at work because I don't work by myself. Like, obviously, I work for a company, but I work by myself, meaning like I don't really interact with people all the time.
Right.
Bro, it's like I have a whole podcast in my head. Like when I don't have headphones on about the Cowboys, like going on in my head. So I just think there's so many damn ideas about the team. They occupy too much of my headspace, you know. So we gotta unleash the thoughts from my mind out into the world. This is a great conversation that goes on in there. You know?
Man, this was it, man. Hey, this that laid back, smooth intro.
Hey, man, I love this beat, man. One of the hardest decisions I made ever since I started, my content journey was getting this up. This goes.
Oh, yeah.
This is definitely like a Kanye West, which is like late, I would say mid 2000 Kanye West, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm really a rookie, Law. I'm a rookie in this stream game, bro.
Man, hey, I was crunk, man. You know, the Jericho. Yeah, let's go. You know.
hey, you want to know what? You're the producer that gets the big money, right? You're the big free agent producer. I'm the producer that the Cowboys go and get. You know? I'm the producer that, what does Mach say, $38?
$38 in a ham sandwich.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Nah, man, you did great with that, man. Shoot, I think people are crunk. Man, I know you going to regain surface now, you know, when we talk about what the Cowboys should have done and what they need to do and what they're going to do in this particular draft. So let's get it.
Oh, yeah. I got a hilarious story real quick, bro. So it was after the Green Bay game. Me and Okoye went live on his channel.
Right.
And we were going over just like talking early draft, right? And we were talking about like, yo, we need to go get a running back. And so I was like bringing up like, yeah, these are some of the guys that, you know, people are interested in. And we brought up Braylon Allen's tape. Didn't watch the tape, right? Like I didn't dive into it yet because it was so early in the process. No lie. Probably 2 out of the first 5 carries he had, he fumbled the ball.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
I'm trying to sell this guy because I hear good things about him. I saw him on Saturdays play pretty well, and he goes and he does. I'm like, damn, man.
Come on, man.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
So, come on, man. So sometimes that happens. You know, we trying to cheerlead for a guy, and then all of a sudden he fumbled the bag. And I think that Braylon Allen, even though the fumbling problems there, he is a much needed type of piece for the Cowboys, whether it's a burly type of running back or a power back. I think that we need that element. Last season we had a lot of nails, no hammers.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we did have a hammer. We just didn't really use him that
They
much.
didn't know what to do with that hammer. And you talking about Hunter Lipke. They didn't know what to do with that one. Nah.
You know what's funny though? Like getting into that Hunter Lipke thing, like when they used him in that Miami game, they were turning out first downs. And I get it, like the goal line thing that happened. Hey, look, Tony Pollard, if you score there, Hunter Lipke's probably playing more reps that game. I loved how the offense looked with him in the game, and then they just took him out of the game. And I'm like, damn, I don't know, man. Like, he was pretty crucial in picking up some of the first downs on that drive. The offense looked in sync early, and I'm like, man, I hope they give him more chances this year.
Yeah. Hopefully, he get more chances during his offseason and preseason to see what he can do. I think that everything that Kyle Juszczyk can do eventually with the right, timing and growth, I think Hunter can give you pieces of that. But it's going to take time. And that's one of the things that the Cowboys, to me, sometimes miss. They give up too quickly on a guy, or they over-scrutinize a guy a little too quickly when, some of the stuff that they just need to have a few patience with. If you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. Absolutely. And I think that, this upcoming season, I think they're going to utilize him more in the offense. Like, I really.
Yeah. It's frozen on my end. Yellow. Can y'all hear him over there? Are we still live? What's up? Okay, he said his PC crashed on him, Okay, all right. I was worried for a second. I was like, hey, I didn't do anything this time. I promise you.
Nobody does it better.
Yeah. It's Riggs time, baby. He said it. All right, so it just gonna be me. I'm live on his end, so hope all is well. The title is on my end is basically the Cowboys getting things done after the draft. Dak, CeeDee, and Parsons, they're going to look at that after the draft, or they're going to look at adding pieces around that after the draft. Now, the primary piece, of course, is Dak Prescott, but we got to see what this team looked like. I'm one of the people with the beliefs is that if we can increase these three elements, being able to stop the run, get offensive line, and have a running back. When we do our mock drafts, we can look at offensive line, we can look at interior defensive tackle guys, and then on top of that, or we can look at linebackers because they are part of the top seven or the front seven on your defensive units, right? You got to have linebackers. You can't go into the NFL league and say, okay, let's just use safeties as linebackers, by the way. On top of that, I think that the Cowboys can ultimately find a running back somewhere in the third round. We don't have a fourth round draft pick. People been saying that this running back class is relatively a little, deep here. So maybe you can scoop up a running back in the fifth round. But we done already played with that last season. We waited a little too late. We picked up Deuce Vaughn, and he was pretty much only had about 20 to 22 snaps. So that wasn't enough. The Cowboys ultimately need to figure out a way to get those things going. I get it. It's doom and gloom season. Everybody think that we're going to be what we were last year, worst of what we had last season. I don't foresee that. I could be 1,000,000% wrong on that, but at least I'm going to stand my ground and stay 10 toes down and say that if the quarterback is healthy, it's going to be a situation and a chance that we're going to win 10 or more games. If the quarterback is healthy, that's the only operative word of it, healthy. Keep in mind, look at 2017. That was considered a terrible year for us. We were still able to win 9 games. Look at 2019. Of course, we won 8 games that year, but there was a whole bunch of other things that happened. Not necessarily your quarterback wet the bed. It was a whole bunch of other stuff. So those were the 2 down seasons. And then if you throw in 2020, that season, Dak Prescott, he didn't complete that year, and we ended up being 6-10. With that same roster of 2020 to 2021, they flipped that around and won 12 games. So all I'm saying is the Cowboys, if everything worked its way out in this draft, all we need is offensive line. These are our critical areas of needs. Offensive line, interior defensive situation, as well as running back. If you have those things, everything will work its way out. My guy, Cowboy Beats, he will be right back. He's restarting and resetting his computer, and hopefully everything is well. He says he's getting on his laptop instead. So I think the wherever he may be at, I forgot what state and city he's in, they done got him. The Eclipse done got him.
They can come closer than
The Eclipse done got him. That's what I'm going to use, man. The Eclipse done got my brother, man. Yeah. And I know he is a little bit ahead of me. He's an hour ahead. I can't put y'all comments up, but I'm going to give a shout out to those who are in here while he's waiting to come back. Okay. What's up? All right. Well, let me give a shout out to everybody, man. Darian, appreciate you. Unlucky, appreciate you for jumping in. Rob Mitchell, appreciate you. Russell, appreciate you for jumping in on the nation, man. My guy Darian says, hey, where Riggs at? That's what he is. He's Riggs. And I'm Danny Glover. Riggs! Getting too old for this, Riggs. Yeah. Yeah, you Riggs right now. I'm Danny Glover.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man, my computer sold the bag right there, man. Now
hey, man, you still good. What? Riggs! They done took my guy camera away from him. Jeez. All right, man. But, man, at least we having some fun, man. Hey, this is starting off just like our off season, man. That's just what it is, man. I blame Jerry and them, you know. They know you about to release some good stuff, bro, and that's just what that is.
Hey, and hold up. Give me a second.
No. I got you, man. You know, I can build planes while we in the air, man. You know. Jerry knew that we were going to talk some heat.
Get your damn act together.
Yeah. Jerry, leave me alone, you know. Shout out to Cam Newton, man. I know a lot of people is in the middle with Cam Newton. I heard a lot of people giving me heat. They saying that, hey, Law, so you mean to tell me it's Jerry that's holding Dak back and they don't listen to none of the facts that we be talking over here? So my thing is, ultimately, I can't wait for the day Dak Prescott leave the Dallas Cowboys. When it's all said and done, when he's gone, I can't wait to turn it back on y'all. And then y'all realize and say, man, damn, that doggone Law Nation was right. Because at the end of the day, you still need to have the ability to run the ball and stop the run. Now, if he gone and they fool around and got the ability to stop the run and run the ball, that's a whole nother conversation. Even with Trey Lance, he need the ability to have someone to run the ball and stop the run. As good as most people would think that Trey Lance would even look like, he's still going to have those things. And hopefully the Cowboys can figure this out on Rain Dakota Last Dance here. If this is Last Dance, then let him go out swinging. That's how I look at it. Yeah. Dirty Sanchez, thank you for the $4.99 for your mind, Oxnard Fund. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah. FUNDS. Yeah. But I might turn it to FUN. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Toxic Splendor says, I'm late. What I missed? We waiting on my guy to come through. He's just having a little issues with his system. But we got it. Yes, indeed. So we're going to still need help regardless of it.
Hey, can you hear me, Walt?
Oh, yeah. I can hear you.
There we go.
You got one of the best mics in the land, sure.
No. Hey. Oh, I was about to say, it definitely is one of the best mics, but my mic don't sound like your mic, man. You got that next level producer stuff right there, man.
No, you got it, bro.
Oh man. So let's talk about this offseason so far, man.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, look, I understand why a lot of people I'm upset too. Like if I were to grade it right now, I'll spoil it for everybody. I give them a D. And the reason why it's not because they lost guys like Pollard and Biotic. Like those guys at the end of the day are replaceable. The reason why I give them such a low grade is because CeeDee Lamb should have been signed last offseason. There's no reason why he should not be signed right now. Like,
right.
The fact that Devontae Smith for Philly is about to get a contract before CeeDee Lamb, and he has not done nearly as much as CeeDee Lamb, quite frankly, like annoys me, right? Because they're kind of getting out in front of their contract here. They identified a player that they want to invest in, and they said, all right, let's make the investment. Let's not waste any time, and let's just go forward with it. Dallas, for some reason, they know that the player's worth it. Like, they know that the player's worth the investment. He's put up the numbers. He's improved every single year. You've taken guys away from him that could potentially help him out.
Right.
And he's still produced at a very high level. Like, he's one of the 5 best receivers in football right now. And does he deserve to reset the market? Absolutely, because that's the type of player he is. Yeah. And, like, the fact that they're not getting Dak's contract done, and not even that, just the fact that they really haven't made a decision on Dak kind of annoys me.
Right.
You know, because, like, if you want to trade him, then trade him. Like,
man, you know what I'm hearing is that there's a lot of people, by you spitting facts, will call you a Dak Prescott apologist, right? And you just spitting the facts. The fact of the matter is most of the issues that we see with the team, and I'm not beating them up, but I am, is the fact that they are too slow on their money, basically. And basically, when you look at everything, if the quickest way to get the less, as it relates to paying someone, is to pay them early. And you should know from your scouting department, from your team, what you got out of CeeDee Lamb. It's no more, hey, let me see a little bit more to see whether or not I'm going to pay him. You should already know what you got out of Micah Parsons. It shouldn't be like, let me see him one more year. And you should already know what you got out of Dak Prescott. What else do you want to see?
No, absolutely. No, I 100% agree with you. And that's the thing, right? Like, I would hate the decision if they decided to move on from Dak, but at least you're making a decision.
Right.
Where you're at right now, you're not doing anything. And, like, I ultimately do think that he gets extended. I think that Jerry Jones loves all the headlines that the Cowboys are getting right now.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, you're kind of in this gray area to where you couldn't really go out there and sign guys in free agency that could help this team out.
Right.
Because you didn't extend him, and he has this really big cap hit. And it's like, man, if there was a year where you could spend a bunch of money in free agent, not even a bunch of money, just go get a bunch of really nice pieces to add to your team, that was this year with the cap increase. But the fact that you didn't take advantage of that is kind of annoying to me. Like, I really don't like that. And, you know, it's not about the players that they didn't bring in. It was going to be hard to – if they wanted to bring in top free agents like a Patrick Queen or somebody like that, that was going to be hard to do.
Right, it's going to be hard to do with the set of circumstances of the table that you presented. Now, granted, I got my guy Brandon Ross in the chat. He said they want to see him win a playoff game, referring to Dak Prescott. Well, if you use that model for everyone, then if that's the case, Jimmy Garoppolo should get paid more money than, let's say, an Aaron Rodgers, because of the fact that in the last 5 years, he got more playoff wins than Aaron Rodgers. So he should get $100 million more. So it goes to this point right here. You can be on a team that wins playoff game, but that doesn't quantify that only is because of the quarterback. It's a complete team to win those things. And when we look at Brock Purdy on what he was able to do, you also have a Brandon Ayuk. You also have other weapons that's been utilized and used, like a CMC, who is a force multiplier, by the way. And you have the dude named Debo over there for the 49ers, right? But that doesn't mean that just because they won all of these games and they went to the Super Bowl that, hey, when the next time come around, let's just pay him because he was on that team that benefited from those things. So it's hard to use that as a model, right, to pay quarterbacks based off of playoff wins. You should be able to see down into the future, build your team around that, but not build your team only for, hey, let's see what the quarterback can do only on his principle by himself. That's not the proper way to build a team, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you want to know what team's struggling with this right now?
What's that?
The Buffalo Bills. They put way too much on their quarterback's plate, and Josh Allen is a special.
Oh yeah, I like Josh.
Special player. And they can't get past the divisional round either. I get it. They got to the AFC Championship like 4 years ago, and they're living off that, even up to this date. But like Josh Allen is struggling to win in the playoffs, and I think he's a tier above Dak Prescott as a quarterback. So I would
fight you on that, but I'll let you go with that. Shout out to Darren Posey for the $20 super chat. Oxnard contribution, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much. So you saying that Josh Allen is a tier above Dak Prescott? And I don't want to make this a battleship deal here, but give me your reasons. I need to know why. I just need to know why you got him a whole tier above. And who's in that tier, by the way?
So here's the way I look at the tiers, right? Mm-hmm. Patrick Mahomes is in the first tier. Like that's the Patrick Mahomes tier. That's it.
Yeah. Pat Mahomes.
The second tier, I would go. I have 4 quarterbacks in there. I got Allen.
Okay.
I got Burrow. Okay. I got Stafford. People are going to hate me for this one. I got Justin Herbert in there. I got Justin.
Wait a minute. Hey, it's time for me to go home.
Hey, bro, come
on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
All right, so that's tier 2. And then who's in the tier 3 right there?
I got Lamar at 6, and then I have Dak at 7.
Okay.
And then I got
don't Tad Prescott me and then say Jalen Hurts who? Keep going.
No. I mean, here's the thing, right? I do have Jalen Hurts in that second tier, but I don't think he's as good of a quarterback as Dak Prescott. Like I just don't.
You got him in the second because we in the third tiers now, though, right?
Third. Yeah.
Okay, third tiers. Okay.
So here's the thing, right? I have Kirk Cousins at 8. And the reason why I have Kirk Cousins at 8, one thing that I'm big on is consistency when it comes to the quarterback position. And one thing Kirk Cousins has been consistent. You know the level of play that you're getting from him. So when I talk about consistency, right, that's why I have him right now over C.J. Stroud because I've only seen it for one season. And being consistent in the NFL is very hard. Okay. So that's like how I would put it. Like,
and you got golf. You got golf in there too, right? In that tier.
He's outside of the top 10, so he would be.
Oh wow.
Tier 4. Like I think Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback than him.
Shout out Trevor Lawrence. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think that Jared Goff is in a great situation in Detroit. They've done an excellent job building their football team, and it's the same thing. Like it's like when people try and say Jared Goff's better than Dak Prescott, like he's not. He's been in a tremendous situation ever since he's been drafted. He's had some of the best play callers that the league has right now. Like Sean McVay is one of the best play callers in the league. Ben Johnson is one of the best play callers in the league. He has one of the best offensive lines. They run the ball better than pretty much everybody in the league, not named San Francisco. They have an efficient passing attack with some really nice weapons with St. Brown and Laporta and guys like that. So, like, that's a great situation over there in Detroit.
Well, I will say this with Stafford. I think you putting him up there in that second tier because of longevity. He's been here for a long time, and he got him a Super Bowl, right? If you want to give him a cookie for
Stafford,
that.
Man.
Stafford, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and he's been banged up in the last 2 seasons, but I'm not gonna push back on that with the Stafford situation because I get it, but I do look at it from this aspect. Me personally, I would take Dak over Stafford. That's just me. That's just me.
I would as well.
Yeah. That's just me.
Like if I'm starting a team, I'm taking Dak over Stafford. But if I'm ranking quarterbacks just the way they play, I got Stafford a little bit above him, but like that's not like any type of disrespect whatsoever. Matt Stafford is like outside of like Mahomes and Dak is my favorite quarterback. Like he's been my favorite quarterback for a while now. Like I'm a huge fan of Matt Stafford. And here's the thing, like when it comes to Justin Herbert, I mean, he's had some really bad teams that he played with. Like some really, really bad teams that like I just look at and I'm like, all right, the reason why they're even competitive in a lot of these games is because of Justin Herbert. Now, if people want to push back on me, like this is all subjective.
Oh man,
right?
yeah. They beating you up a little bit in the chat area, but you got some people. You got some people saying, "Go Cowboys beat, go Cowboys beat, GM
It's
Cowboys
not
beat."
slander at all. No, it's not. It's not slander at all. I love Dak. I think he's a great quarterback. I think the Cowboys should extend him, and I'm cool with the resetting the market when it comes to Dak. I believe that he's a quarterback that can win this team a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I think that Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the NFC. You know, NFC, he's the best quarterback. And then if you were to rank them, I got Goff, and then I have Stafford, and then I have Hurts beneath him. And you can throw in Jordan Love as a guy that the only reason why I just need to see Jordan Love do it one more year. Now, granted, they beat the brakes off of us, and there's some Green Bay Packer fan right now saying, "Oh man, shame to both of y'all. I bet y'all wish y'all had Jordan Love last season in the postseason." But people better realize when you are running the ball, I'll go back to my stance here, and your running back is averaging 9.9 yards, almost 10 yards a clip before contact. Man, I can sit back and do play actions and throw balls all over the field with my arm. So, yeah, but Jordan Love, he is nice. He was second in the NFL, I believe, in touchdowns. And I think that his scale is going to do this. He's going to continue to go up. And he got a for damn sure good play caller up there in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Well, and one thing that I don't think people take into account anymore is that, like, a lot of these offenses now, they're not drop-back offenses. They're not like 3, 5, 7-step offenses. It's a lot of run the ball, play action, you know, and that's a lot of their passing attack now. You look at San Francisco, they do that. Green Bay, they do that. Detroit, they do that. It's not a lot of like Dallas is a traditional offense where they do a lot of 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drops where you're tying the quarterback's drops into the route concepts. Like a lot of teams don't do that as much anymore. And Dallas is one of the teams that do that, which is why I do give Dak a lot of credit. And it's not just because I'm a Cowboys fan that I'm giving him the type of credit that he deserves. This is a guy that ever since he was a rookie, look at him his rookie season and look at the type of passer he was as a rookie.
Yeah.
And look at where he is right now. I mean, the growth in his game is tremendous. And the fact that, you know, the Cowboys potentially want to move on from him, to me is ridiculous because you've spent all this time developing him. He's put in the work. He's got to the point where you want him to be. Why are you just going to say, oh, he's in the prime of his career, let's just move off him? That makes no sense to me, which is why ultimately I don't believe that they're going to move on from him. He's going to get the extension. And, I mean, look, I pay attention from 2020 on. I would say this, even after the leg injury, the lower leg injury, I pay attention from those years on. Granted, the playoff record's 1-3. I get it. It's not appealing.
Right.
But at the same time, one, I don't believe that wins are a quarterback stat. And two, I think that Dak Prescott over these past 3 seasons has been consistently playing at around that top 5, top 7 level, even in 2022 when he had all those interceptions. Like a lot of people gave him slack for those interceptions. A lot of them weren't his fault. Like,
and then the craziest thing is nobody know who led the league in interceptions this year. You know who? So it goes.
I know who was.
Who was it? You say it?
Josh Allen. I paid attention, but hey,
Joshua Allen. Yeah.
Well, hear me out. Hey, with the amount of production that you get from Josh Allen, I'm cool with that. Just like what you got from Dak Prescott in 2022 and the receiving core that they had and the fact that they were able to be that high-powered on offense, I'll live with the turnovers.
You know what? I'm gonna say this is gonna be a year. I'm gonna have my eyes on Joshua Allen. I'm gonna make sure that he gonna live up to the reputations that he is this gunslinger and he can make critical plays in critical moments, because there's no more Stephon Diggs, right? And there would be a situation that you would hope that they draft a wide receiver there, and they are drafting behind us. And then this is how we can get into this I guess mock draft situation, because they could ultimately be trading partners with us on the draft, where we can slide back and still get who we want, and they can move up to get who they need or want, because they are drafting behind us and we are drafting in front of them. So there could be a situation there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And just to cap off, like when we talk about this offseason up to this point, again, the main thing that I have a problem with is the fact that they're not extending these guys, Dak, Parsons, or Lamb, or even just one of the three guys. If I was those three guys, you want to know what I would say? I'd come together collectively and say, we're all holding out. That's what I would do.
That's why they had the stream all messed up, because you think it's too good. Here we go right here. Where my guy at?
Your damn act together. Don't like your attitude.
Jerry be around here talking about, I think the big one is coming. All three of those boys holding out. You know, that would be crazy. I got one other super chat from CeeLo's 2136. He says, Law, are we where we at because of no progress in the postseason or the playoffs? Or is the way we just lost? I think that it's a combination of both. It's the way that we lost is really getting us really going against ourselves mentally. We got blown out. At some point, I seen somebody put out there, it was 27-0, fam. 27-0, man.
It was bad, man.
We came off the fact that we won 16 games in a row. 16 games in a row at the crib, right? And all of a sudden, we get to the house, and our offense look bad, plus our defense look bad, our special team look bad. You know, the cheerleaders look bad. I heard even the cheerleaders. True story. True story. No. True story. Cheerleaders was complaining. They said the Green Bay Packers were talking at them. They were pushing them out the way. They was teasing and trolling them. So even our cheerleaders, to a degree, was looking bad out there. Everybody was looking bad. I was looking bad.
Just because they complain don't mean they look bad, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, we do. Well, they look bad in the other good way. They were some baddies, you know. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, but that is a great question, because I actually thought about this same exact thing today. I'm like, if they would have lost that game, even if it was by like a touchdown and it was kind of like a back and forth, does Dak get extended? I think that they probably get extended, even if they win a playoff game. I think that I thought that they'd get extended even though they lost, just to create cap space. So I'm out of the business of predicting what Jerry and Stephen Jones are going to do.
Yeah, man.
So, that's my biggest problem, though, and that's why I give them such a low grade, because, all right, you lose Tony Pollard. I didn't want to pay him what Tennessee paid him. You lose Biotic. I didn't want to pay him what Washington paid him.
Okay, keep going.
Dante Dorrance, I wanted to keep one of those guys. You didn't keep either. I didn't like that. I wanted them to re-sign Tyron and Stephon Gilmore. We'll see what Stephon Gilmore.
Let me push on this right here. Who have a higher upside, Dante, Dorrance, or Sam?
Oh, Sam.
Okay, so Sam, and how would you let Sam get on the field if they don't let the other boys go because of the fact of that? Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. I would have preferred to have kept Dante, because I think that Dante is more of a situational pass rusher, right?
True.
He is more of a guy that you're not going to give as many reps to. I'm all for Sam taking over for Dorrance. Sam Williams is the type of defensive end that I like, right? Bigger guy, strong, physical, fast, can play the run, can rush the passer. He is an all-around defensive end. It's up here, and Law, play that sound clip for me.
What Which one? You must be out your
You know
goddamn
which one.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Which one?
No. Get your ass up and contain the
Yeah. I got you right here, man. Say less, can't say less. I'm terrible on my drops today, but I got you, man. As soon as I can find it, here we go.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go.
Let's go.
We're too damn soft. I just hate mistakes. I hate mistakes.
I hate them. And then he was able to say we too goddamn soft. And I think that, that we didn't have that in his locker room outside of J. Ron Curse spitting. And I don't think that he was technically qualified to say anything when he's giving up plays and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say here is I watched the Animal Planet a lot, man. And I watched the lion out there in the Serengeti. And the first thing the lion does, man, when he take over someone else's territory, he eats the cub. He mauls the cub. He makes sure if the alignment and the allegiance is not here, he let them go, so, or they get a chance to run away. So I hope that Mike Zim, when he came to this room, he looked at everybody in their eyes and said, where's your allegiance at, bro? Where your heart at, man? What you want to do?
Get your up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it.
This is why we do it.
Missed tackles.
Hey, I'm not finna be soft.
We're too damn
I
soft.
love it.
I just hate mistakes.
Yeah.
And Law, you ready? Because I'm going to drop something for myself right here. Last year, the Cowboys' problems wasn't with their talent, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Their problem was that they weren't disciplined enough. The problem was they weren't disciplined enough.
Yeah. Oh, they wasn't.
Up there, contain the damn ball.
This is why we do it, when he banging on that damn cooler or whatever it was, it makes me want to bang on something over there. Like, come on, man. Pause. But yeah, it made me want to bang on because these boys at the end of the day, what really, I thought that I wouldn't see it again. We saw it in the Cardinals game. I get that, emotional, downwards. We saw pieces of it in that 49ers game. And I thought that we cleared all of that stuff up. But the Bills came in when we was on the road, and I think that somewhere Cooks is still running over there. James Cook. You thought that he was Barry Sanders. This is somebody. So, and we never fixed it. And we still got ran through like dog diarrhea, man, versus Green Bay. It just hurts me, man, to my core.
Look, we got ran through like a girl on OnlyFans,
Yes, indeed. And they gonna get ran through when the government step in and shoot them down. Shoot.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
My problem is like the same issues that we've had 3 years ago is what we had issues with this year. Like that's the problem, right? Like. What were our issues in 2021? We weren't disciplined enough, and we were getting the ball ran down our throat. What was the problem in 22? The same thing from 2021. What was our problem in 2023? The same thing in 2021 and 2022. So why are we addressing this problem? Like, we look, 2021, they ran the ball. They were pretty good at running the football. 2022, not so much. 2023, they weren't good at all. Like, they were just average running the football. So what has it been over the course of these last 3 years when it comes to these playoff performances? Let me just get it out of the way for all the people who are going to say it. Dak has not played well enough in some of these games.
Right.
I'll say it again at the end.
Yeah. Say it again. Say it again about Dak. Say it again.
Dak did not play well enough in these games that they lost. That's absolutely part of it. They couldn't stop the run, and they couldn't run the ball effectively. Yeah. And here's the thing. When it comes to this whole talk of, well, you're paying the quarterback so much money. You can't, pay other people. Okay, a run game, you can pick up a fourth-round rookie and have an effective run game if you have an effective enough scheme with the offensive line that you've had over the past few years.
True.
And we'll get into it with the mock draft. That's going to be that's a great segue. But that's kind of been my problem with this team. We've been getting beat the same way over the past few seasons here.
finding new ways to lose games been the Cowboys' way. In 2021, 14 penalties, man. And there's never been a team in the playoffs to win that way. And even I got a guy that calls in named MJ. He calls in. He said, well, Law, I got you. You know, we still had chances to win that game in the last minute and 40-some seconds. Dak Prescott had the ball in his possession. An elite quarterback would have been able to drive you down the field to win you that. I said, okay, cool. But he's not that dude that can do that in that particular moment. That's not 1,000% a moment that you can sit back and say, well, we're going to hold him to the cross because of that. Who else do you want? You know,
to be honest with you, I in that San Francisco game, they had a chance to go tie the game.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. He was throwing to CeeDee Lamb and Don Short, and that was it. Like, they didn't have anybody outside of those two.
Are you talking about 2021 or 2022? Which one?
2022.
Okay, that year. Okay.
Like, here's a take that a lot of Dak haters hate to hear.
Yeah. Go ahead.
2022, they just lost because they lost to a better team. Like, they did not choke that game. They just lost to a really good team. Like, I don't consider that them choking at all. They just lost to a better team. Like, this year, they choked. Like, I'm not going to debate anybody.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with sports discourse, right? It's, you lose a big game, you choked. Well, maybe just the team was really damn good, which is what the 49ers were, which is why they were the second seed.
That team was so damn good that the next week they went up there to Green Bay and handed them an L. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Who had the better quarterback, had the better running back, who had the better coaching, you know? So, hey, you know, sometimes you win some, you lose some. And that's just how it goes.
So let's hit these super chats. We got two cool. Appreciate the super chat. Vikings give up this year's 11th and 23 and next year's 2025 first round for Dak. Would you consider pulling the trigger? No, because you're doing a one. So here's the thing, right? You get 3 first rounders, but you got to use one of them on a quarterback unless you want to roll with Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I would do it just because I'm cool. Again, I think Dak's a top 7 quarterback in football, and it's very hard to find one of those guys. And even though it would be, I would think about this. I would, but ultimately I would end up saying no. How about you, Law?
He sends Vikings give up this year's 11 and 23rd.
While I'm at that, let me go get my charger real quick.
Go ahead, do your thing. I don't think that they would do that, but I get what he said. That is very intriguing. They would have to absorb Dak Prescott last contract. That means the 50-something million and the 40 million next year. I think that's how that goes. Or it could be just only the $40 million of dead money for next season. And then Dak got to have a reason to go to the Vikings too. He got to be the one that signed off on that deal. That's the power of having a no trade clause on the contract. Now, what the Cowboys can do is they can use Trey Lance as a pretty much trade bait, because what can ultimately happen, I'm only speaking from this perspective, they push back the trade deadline, I think, until week 9, the NFL collectively. Now, if there's a situation in a scenario that even Trey Lance ball out during Oxnard and preseason, then he could be a trade bait situation if they decide to keep Dak Prescott. If not, then they could still figure out a way to pay Trey Lance for next season, because at the end of the day, Trey Lance value next year will be anywhere between 20 to 25 million, give or take, for a 1-year contract. And I'm thinking that he may do that, and you got to still pay the $40 million of dead money. So that still puts you at $60 million on quarterback pay for 2025. So there's so many ways that you can look at this, but I don't think that the Vikings will do this, nor the Cowboys will do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely an interesting conversation, no doubt about it. Disagree. Defensive player can be more valuable than a quarterback. Dak is a liability, so Law, if he can, why pay him $52 million? That's let me just start off by saying this. That is a flat-out lie.
Yeah. Like name them,
It depends. Like Micah Parsons can be more valuable than Cooper Rush. If you're saying that, but if you're talking about like a top 7 quarterback, a top 10 top 15 quarterback, honestly, could be more valuable to a football team than
put it like this. Let me say this though, and it's crazy that he would say that because Parsons, he's considered generational talent, right? He played in 4 playoff games. How many sacks did he have?
Yeah, exactly.
He's considered generational. For another generational player, Myles Garrett is considered generational. Is he getting paid Deshaun Watson money?
Nope.
And who is considered to be a better player if you had a choice?
Yeah, Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. But quarterback pay is going to be quarterback pay. People are going to pay that for a quarterback. I thought that Deshaun Watson got $200 million guaranteed, man. He getting paid over $250 million, and he have nothing to prove for since he been in Cleveland, right? And they still, and the craziest thing of it all, they got a generational quarterback supposedly far as pay and a generational edge rusher out of Myles Garrett, and they still got Amari Cooper, and they still made more moves than us during the offseason. Come on, and they're paying Denzel Ward all of that money. So where do they money come from? Well, how they getting money? We can't find money. And they got Nick Chubb. Man, God, boy, you give me
this?
Yeah,
Ready
talk
for
to
this,
me.
Law?
Talk to me.
The Cowboys aren't even paying Micah. They're not even paying him. They're not even paying him.
Yeah.
Oh, man. By the way, does my mic sound better? I think it was.
Yeah. It sounds a whole lot better now, man.
Okay, yeah, I think it was going through my webcam. I didn't even notice.
Oh,
that.
okay.
Sorry about- I did not anticipate my PC for some reason just having all these crashes when I went live with Law. I'm supposed to be in the major leagues, and I'm over here acting like a minor leaguer. You know what I'm saying? Oh man.
Oh my gosh, man.
Let's get into this.
He got one more super chat. Boy, this boy.
This is more valuable than Dak. If you start a team tomorrow, who are you taking? Dak. I'm taking Dak. And here's the reason why. Well, we've talked about this. Dak is the most valuable player on this team.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are one-dimensional on both sides of the ball. And the one dimension that they do on defense does not get unlocked unless you play really good offense, unless you're putting points on the board, which is what Dak does. And when you put points on the board, teams are like, hey, we're not going to run the football because we got to make sure that we're putting up points to keep up with this team. Here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, the Cowboys' run defense might have been the worst in football. And here's the reason. Here's the thing, right? The numbers are not going to reflect it. And the reason why the numbers are not going to reflect it is because they were winning in so many of these games and teams had to stop running the football. That's why the numbers might not reflect it. Yes, indeed. And before we start that, he believes in Micah Parsons more than Micah Parsons believes in Micah Parsons. Right. Micah Parsons would say that Dak is more valuable than him, right? So he believes more than Micah Parsons than Micah Parsons. But I give it what he's saying. Perceived value is a thing, but the quarterback premiums are always going to be that. That's why you had a Daniel Jones getting paid more than anybody on that team for the Giants. Because of the perceived value, right? And we can literally say that Saquon Barkley was the most valuable piece that year. They made it to the playoffs or what have you. But I give it what he's saying collectively. Hey, definitely. You want to hold off on the super chat? Go ahead. The mock draft, or all right. You want to hit this right now or after the mock draft? We can do it after the mock. You're gonna get it moving. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. So Drone knows we'll hit your super chat after the mock draft. All right. So let me put this on the screen. Let me see if I can do this right. Let's see. Share screen. Mock draft. Boom. There we go. Yeah. All right. So I did it on like slow because I do want us to have the ability to trade up or trade down.
Okay.
And it's going to be a 5-round mock draft. So let's get this started.
Good.
All right.
Jaden Daniels, he's gone. Harrison gone. Dallas Turner, my dog. Rome
Let's
gone.
stop
Ooh, Jets got them some
stop at
weapons over there.
14. Let's see who's still on the board. Do you know how I'm trying to find the players that are still on the board?
Man,
Resume draft.
I got I got the Ray
used to
Charles
have
vision
that.
over here, man.
Yeah, they used to have that. All right, so Graham Barton's off the board. All right, so
Okay.
Jackson Powers Johnson's still here. Let's see some of the tackles that are here. Olu Fashanu, he's
Oh,
off
my
the
God.
board. So
Ooh.
Graham Barton's off the board. That means Amarius Mims is still there. We could probably keep going.
All
I
right,
think there's
okay,
gonna
here
be
we
some
go
other-
right here. Here we go. Yeah.
Get your
Ooh,
up there, contain
all right,
the
I
damn
like-
ball. This
I
is
like
why we
this.
do it. Too many missed tackles. Let's go.
All right. So you can click by are we drafting BPA or are we drafting needs?
We could do either or, to be honest with you. 'Cause
Okay, so
in this spot, I would look at Jackson Powers Johnson because honestly, you want to know what? Man, Latu's right there.
yeah. And I know he had those medical concerns or what have you, but Atu, if here's the thing, it's now they're gonna grade you bad on that, but don't worry about the grades because outside of Sam Williams, D Law, he's long in the tooth. You got Micah Parsons, who I think that he's going to be utilized as a hybrid situation. I don't think that Mike Zim is going to keep him at 235 on their edge. I don't think he's going to stay there. So they're going to move him around. I think that on third downs, you may see Parsons get down and he may shoot through the edges there, but I'm quite sure that they're going to do something unique with Parsons. So that he can be valued, like my guy Too Cool say, more valuable than Dak, because that's what we've been asking for all of these years, for somebody to show us more value than Dak. So if he can do that, then that would be cool. But I can literally fight for Latu with that edge rushing situation because D-Law, outside of last year, he's been nicked up, hurt guy.
Yeah. I mean, look, here's the thing with Latu. I'm not going to fight you on that either because I'm all on board for Dallas to go draft him. I put this on my Instagram story.
Oh, you did.
I'm completely fine. I'm completely fine with them going and drafting Latu. And the reason why is because like linebacker is a need, and I understand Latu's not a linebacker, but at the same time, if you have another edge on this team, you can feel more comfortable playing Micah Parsons as an off-ball line. That probably solves a need for you right there. So I don't think it's one of those situations to where it's like, all right, you're just drafting the best player available because he's the top guy on your board. Like, I do think that you're going to be able to fill needs with this Latu pick. So me personally, I'd go Latu. How about yourself?
Yes, indeed. On top of that, if you look at it with Mike Zim, I'm quite sure you brought him in for this year and you want to give him some toys.
Yeah.
Give him a toy. You give that man a toy so he can work with that. Yeah. That would be a situation. I'm seeing it right now. People saying Sam Williams, Micah, and D-Law and Latu. Come on with it.
Yeah, he's the best player available here, and I do think he helps you with some of your needs. I'm cool with it.
And the only reason is, and I'm seeing people saying Tyler Guyton was there, JPJ was there, but even with JPJ, do you think year one he's going to be better than Brock Hoffman at this point?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till pick 45. Okay, I'm stopping the clock here just because I think Zach Frazier's still available.
He gone. I think I saw him go.
Oh, did he go?
Did he go?
I don't think he did.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, he's still available.
So
who's your top tier guys? You looking at Zach and JPJ or JPJ Jack? Okay.
I'd want to add Zach Frazier. I'm gonna let it ride for like 3 more picks. See if we can get to 47. And that's the Giants. I don't know how realistic that is, but I mean, if you're at 56. The Saints don't need a center.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this is how it looks right here, I'm cool with dropping down to 47 and trying to trade with the Giants because the Saints already have a center, the Colts have a center, and the Giants have a center. So I'm cool with waiting till the Giants and seeing if we could, not give up our third round for him. Okay, Giants, 47 from Seattle. We'll give them 56. And we'll give them next year's 4. Do you think that would? I don't know. I don't know if that'd be enough. Would we have to give up a 4 to go up 9 spots?
We don't have a 4th round draft pick, do we? We don't have
No,
that,
5th round. I'm sorry.
5th round. Yeah, 5th.
Because here's the thing: Jacksonville is going to snipe this guy.
Okay, go ahead with your first mind there, and I'm gonna see how you thinking with this draft then.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can. Okay, I'll give them 174, and we'll give them.
Man, ooh.
I'm trying to think because we're getting one.
We got to understand too, though. You getting that back, but the bloodline of the Cowboys is the draft. They using the draft as their free agency, as their Hail Mary, and as their developing situation. But keep going.
Definitely. So with this trade, we would hop up 9 spots in the 2nd round. We jump back 11 spots
doing a swap.
In the
Okay.
4th round. So we would pretty much only be giving up 1 pick at this point.
No doubt.
And if we can give up 233, it's got a 23% chance of being accepted.
I think that a lot of people are still angry at your Latu pick, but on the high end, he could be a TJ Watt. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to just pay attention. Go look at the tape, not just the highlights. Just look at the kid's tape and look at the last time, since y'all saying he's hurt guy. Look at the last time he was medically hurt. You know what I'm saying? That didn't play. But go ahead.
We got the trade in. So.
Oh, you got it. So you're getting your center there with Zach Frazier. Okay.
We get our center there with Zach Frazier.
I'm watching your mind, man. I'm trying to figure you out with this with this philosophy stone. You know, I got a philosophy stone right here.
Because like the way I look at it, right? You're hopping up 9 spots in the 2nd round. You're jumping back 11 spots. I think you're getting into the 6th at that point, and you're giving up another pick, but you're going and you're getting your center. Like center's a need. So right there, I think you address both your linebacker and your center need because
well, you said you addressed that linebacker and center need, right? So with your philosophy here, I haven't spoken to you about this, so you slide in Tyler Smith at left tackle then.
You want to know what? Here's the thing. You ready for this?
Oh, Trey Benson right there, bro.
Oh yeah, we're taking him.
I'll move some furniture around if they pick Malachi Corley right now. I was like, wait a minute.
Man, look, in this spot, what do you think? You think they should go Corley or Benson here?
I can't pass up on this running back at the 87th spot right here.
No.
I got to give me a running back, and I'm double dipping still. I'm with my last pick. I'm still going with a Hail Mary on the running back because – remember what I said. I'm looking at ways, whereas I got to have a situation and a solution for my quarterback to alleviate some of the pressure with him. And I'm going to go get a running back that can take away some of those things because Dak Prescott by himself have already shown you in the last 8 seasons that by himself without run game that he can't win a playoff game. So I'm thinking that if you can get running game going for him, then that could be a situation. Plus, the running game can also be transferable to the next quarterback if it don't work.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you want to know, that's the thing though, right? Like, I think with this mock draft, like what we got here, Latu, this is a guy who could potentially be a high-level player for you.
Right.
Zach Frazier, who Duke Manyweather himself said is the best center in the draft, and you go get Trey Benson, who a lot of people think is the best running back in the draft. So there, I'm feeling really good about this team because I think you added 3 really damn good players to your roster.
Yeah, we high-fiving. Yeah, we high-fiving right there. And I do like if I didn't hear Duke say those things, but I take your word for it, man. So
he said it on Botcha's show.
Okay. I listened all the way up to the point whereas he was talking about how Zim, like to call up exotic stuff, you know. And so I was going to play the rest of it today or tonight. So yeah, I need to go watch that episode. I heard some good stuff is in there, man. So
man, yeah, he did a great job there. So
okay. They ding you for it, huh? They wanted you to get Malachi.
They wanted us to get Malachi Corley. So our
Still
draft
got an A.
A+. Look at that, man.
Whoa, look at that, man. Look at you, man. That boy
Clay,
good.
man.
That
Call
boy
me
good.
Chris Clay.
McClay beats, baby. That boy good.
Yeah, white stick face now, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I love it, man. I'd give that an A+ draft. I would definitely give that an A+ draft.
I'm glad you pushed. I'm glad you pushed back on Zach. You know what I'm saying with me with that. Because I didn't know where you was going, and now you literally made a case for all 3 of those guys, right? And you had to do some work. You had to roll up your sleeve. Had to pick up the phone. I hope that the Jones family don't feel too high and say, well, we're not going to pick up nobody's phone. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the Cowboys. No, pick up the phone. See if you can trade up to go get somebody that you know for sure that can solidify a role. And Zach, well, they'll be good. They'll be a good pack. So basically, your starting 5 will be who?
My starting 5 would go, I would go Terrence, Zach Frazier, Tyler Smith, and I just let them fight it out for left tackle. I'd let Chuma and Austin Richards and Bostic and all those guys fight it out for left tackle. Because here's the thing, like Chuma Doga is a blowout. He's not a good left tackle. But with the rest of your line the way it is, I think Terrence is going to bounce back. I really do. I think Terrence is going to have a really good season next year. You have the depth of your pocket really, really good there because, hey, look, the edge might not be great on the left side, but guess what? You can step up in the pocket if you have a strong interior, which you would have with Zach, Tyler, and Zach Martin. And, I'm gonna quote Duke Manyweather again because I think he made a great point when it came to this. Tyler's superpower as a guard is his impediment as a tackle. Right? Like, so as a guard, Tyler likes to go forward and be aggressive and get his hands on the guy. But when it comes to tackle, that's not necessarily what wins at that position. Right? Like you're going
and he don't get the benefit of the doubt. There's been games when he was playing at left tackle. Clearly it wasn't a hold. But the way he slam and get somebody turn their shoulders and get them on the ground, they look back and say, obviously, Tyler Smith ain't that strong, and they used to call the flag on him. But when they kicked him back inside at guard that last season, well, the reason why he's all pro is because, like you said, he's that guy in the phone booth, right? He got the short area quickness. He's strong as an ox, man, and he was pretty damn good inside. And our only problem was, we saw the drop-off from Tyron Smith to Chuma Doga and whoever else they tried to put there. It was just so terrible. But I want people to go back and watch the game that we lost against the Eagles when Tyron Smith was out there. I'm telling you, you can't paint a prettier picture on how to play left tackle. That should be classified as this is how you play left tackle in the National Football League.
Yeah, 100%. And to go back to that mock draft, if we end up, and that's our first 3 picks right there, I love that because, I mean, your pass rush gets better. I mean, a lot better because now think of the pass rushers you would have. You would have Latu. You would have Sam Williams. You'd have Micah Parsons. I mean, you could do so many fun things with that. You can have Latu and Sam play the edges on a third down and have Micah Parsons blitz the A-gap. You could do fun things like that. Like you have 3 guys that can win because I believe Sam Williams is a dude. I really do think that. So your pass rush gets better. I think your run defense gets better because, again, you can play Micah Parsons more as an off-ball linebacker where I think that he's at his best, right? Like some of his best tape against the run is when he's getting downhill as an off-ball linebacker. Like I think that when he plays the edge, he'll jump gaps and over-pursue and do that type of stuff that drives me up a wall. Like teams run at him. They see him and they're like, we're going to run on him. We're going to double team him in the run game because we're going to try and wear this guy out. So when it's time to rush the passer, he doesn't have, his legs are a bit tired. He doesn't have that same burst that he had. But if you play him as an off-ball linebacker and, you have somebody else maybe taking more of that damage as a defensive end, or like Latu is a guy that can hold up against the run. Like, is it his strong suit? No, it's not. He needs to get better at it. But I think that he can. And again, I think that Micah Parsons, and it's going to sound crazy to say this, I think he's at his best when he's rushing situationally. Like when you just have him as a full-time pass rusher, me personally, just what I've seen from him these past 2 seasons, I don't think that that's when he's at his best. Like his rookie season, when he was playing like the Vikings game, he was incredible. The Chiefs game, he was incredible. What happened? Rushing situationally, and he was disrupting games.
Who's George Edwards? You remember him?
George Edwards, he was the linebacker coach, right?
And where did he come from?
He came from where did he come from?
The Vikings.
The Vikings. Okay.
Who and the guy that he came from is here now.
Mike Zimmer.
Zim is here now. So I truly believe that they talking on the phone and said, what happened to this kid? How can we get him playing at his best? They probably had these conversations, and they're not finna put Parsons on that edge to get beat up all year long and wonder why his drop off is all of a sudden in November and December. We're gonna see common sense football stuff here. And we know that Parsons off ball, there's not a linebacker that's faster than him. Hook to flat, he's going to be able to stop the run in that fashion. But what we don't want is to have that ultimate drop off when Parsons is not on the edge from your edge guys. So you're going to have to start preparing to build that up with a Latu, like you said, or Sam Williams, because D-Law is not going to be here forever. And we need more production from a pass rush situation from D-Law. And I think that you will get that. I think that also our linebacker room will look like this for the future. Parsons, Overshown, and whoever else they draft, or Damone Clark could stood tall or stand up. But for right now, it can look really good with Overshown, Parsons, and Kendricks, right? So that's going to work out tremendous for us. And one of the things that I like about Zim is that he's not afraid to blitz through A and B gap. And you're going to see more of that. And 4-3 is 4-3. Yeah. 4-3 shoot through the A gap and 4-4 on the edge. Come on, man. 4-4s up tipping. Wood Graves. Come on, baby. Oh, my goodness, man.
Tripping off
I want me some
4-4s.
glory hole.
Yeah, tripping off 4-4s. Come on, baby.
Oh, man, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, look, here's the thing, right? Like, this whole notion that, like, oh, well, you can't pay linebackers, the type of money that Micah Parsons get a command. If Micah Parsons can get 15 sacks and 130 tackles, are you trying to tell me that he's not worth that type of money?
Shoot.
What? Like
Parsons, no. Look, Josh Allen, the brother, on the defensive side, the brother, he just got his bag today. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure you can just tell Parsons, you mean to tell me that ain't good money over here? Come on, we're going to pay you north of that. You just got to buy into what I'm saying, bro. You're going to get paid north of that. You can still do whatever you need to do from a marketing aspect of it. And on top of that, a third of the people don't even know that there's a brother Josh Allen out here when I mention him. And some of the people are like, who's Josh Allen? You talking about the one in Buffalo? No, I'm talking about the one in Jacksonville land, So he was quietly doing his numbers over there. So Parsons is loudly doing his things. All you got to do, Parsons, is just buy into what the coaching staff is saying. You are a phenomenal edge rusher. I get it. But, man, as an off-ball linebacker, you can be still both of them because you still haven't played up to the kind of caliber, a level that you did your rookie season. And I get it. We get all type of people shanking us with the butter knife. But the reality of it is just look at what he did his rookie year.
Let me try and find that Chiefs game, man. That Chiefs game. Oh, you remember that game from him?
Oh,
he was disruptive that game. Like, I saw that game, and I was just like, yo.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this dude's the best. Like, that Micah Parsons, his rookie season, was the best defensive player in football. Like, top 5 player overall.
Yeah.
Like, what he did that year was incredible. What week did we play the Chiefs that year?
Was it week? It had to be week 13, 12, 11. Week 11, okay.
Let me see if I can pull up that tape. If they have his tape from that game, because man,
it was Dak's fault we lost that game too. By the way,
that was the game where it was like
CeeDee got hurt. I think he got hurt. I think even Curse caught an interception or something like that.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah.
Because they started.
We couldn't score. We couldn't score. We got to the end zone, couldn't push it in. You know.
They started off like crazy that game.
Yeah. Dak fault, y'all. Dak fault. Big game.
Yeah.
Dak can't win it.
Dak did not play very good that game.
He took all the way all the points. I remember that next day. Dak can't win the big games.
Meanwhile, they were out like Tyron Smith and CeeDee and Amari Cooper.
They had poor Anthony Brown out there trying to cover folks. It was crazy.
Let me see. All right, we got the punt there.
Yeah.
Here we go, 11 coming off the edge. Man, this game was he was incredible in this game. But no, like you bring up a great point there. Like I do think that this defense will be better next year only because I think they're going to be more disciplined. And my problem with the Cowboys defense this past year.
Look at Brown. They had Brown on Hill, man.
Hey, Anthony Brown played good that year. I remember that.
Yeah. He played all right. Yeah. But still, look at Brown.
I don't even think Parsons was in that play. Yeah, no, but like I feel like if they just sharpen things up, they'll be good.
It will be. Yeah, we did a better job in stopping the run then, you know.
Yeah. What the hell is going on here? Is this actually good run defense from?
Yeah, good run defense, man.
Here we go, Mike off the edge. Does he make a play here?
Yeah. He makes a play, get him off his marker. Forces him to throw an ill-advised throw.
Oh man,
Wilson was good that year. He wasn't hurt. Yeah.
Man, I loved watching the defense from that year, like some of the tape from that year. Oh no, you see this? 4 plays.
Yeah, boy, we were terrible, man. You know. Sure.
So, who are some players this year that you think are going to break out?
These are the guys that I said from 2023's draft that I need to see. I need to see Overshawn. I need to see Awesome Richards. If anything that he's going to do this season on the offseason, you know, I need to see him move around and do something. I need to see Fihoko and Eric Scott. Those are my 4 guys that I'm looking for this offseason. I always try to focus in on a few players from last year's draft. I understand that Luke Schoonmaker, I got 1 foot in, 1 foot out with Mozzie on some whole other stuff that we're going to talk about later on when I absolutely see him with pads and stuff on. That's a whole nother conversation. But those are our 4 guys that I'm going to be looking at. But as far as breakout players, I don't have a clue for right now.
Yeah, no, I think that it's going to be Sam Williams and Wanye Thomas. I think those guys are going to break out.
Shout out to Wanye and Sam. So
yeah, I think Wanye is going to be a player, man. And that's one of the things that like I had a problem with last year. I didn't love how they used some of their personnel. I think this is the play right here. This is a play right here.
Yeah, got rid of them hands. Yeah, fumble. Dive on it.
Man, Micah, this game went crazy. But no, I think that some of the breakout guys, I think it's going to be Sam Williams and Wanye Thomas. And when it comes to personnel usage, I had a problem with it because I felt like we were using our box safeties like playing deep. You know, like Donovan Wilson and Jaron Kearse, they're not deep safeties.
Yeah,
Like, that's not where they're at their strongest. It's like the two guys that we should have playing, three guys, honestly, are Wanye, Wanye, Malik, and Izzy. Even though I think Izzy's more of like a slot corner type.
Izzy inside the slot. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to move Eric around and see if he's going to even compete for that role. And then he got no sponsors in the building because I heard that he was a Dan Quinn special. So it's going to be something that we're going to have to take a real good look at, bro, for real, on the back end as far as Izzy. I heard that the traits that Zim like is long, lengthy DBs. So I see how that play out too.
Yeah, no, definitely. So you want to hit one more mock draft before we
Yeah, we do one more for y'all, man. I like that. Looking at some of that tape on how we was playing. Although Parsons played on the edge and majority of that, of that too, yeah.
That more so was the Vikings game that I looked at, and I was just like, damn, this dude's just a different type of animal, playing more so as an off-ball linebacker.
But he was off, wide nine technique and all that, off way outside. But yeah,
so let me
create some space.
Let's hit the slow part so that we can make sure that we can get these trades in. All right, cool. So Caleb Williams, what do you think of Caleb Williams?
Caleb, I think that, football is a brutal sport, and he's walking in as if though he's already made it. And I think that he's going to get his welcome to football life when he get hit the first time and somebody lay all over him. But I think that he can make every throw. Oh yeah, Paul. Lay all over him and paint his nails. yeah. But he's not as big as I thought he would be. So, but he got a nice arm. So that do save him. He can throw off platform and it's just depending. If he's going to Chicago, that's where quarterbacks go to die. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just the way that wind goes through that tunnel, bro. And I've seen the strongest of the strongest arm throwing that weather and couldn't do anything. And his name is Jay Cutler.
So
nobody had a stronger arm than Jay Cutler, though. Let's be real.
So here's the thing. I don't want to draft Latu again just because I kind of want to switch it up a little bit.
I don't see the screen, though. You got to put it on the screen.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know you were running it.
Like I said, it's amateur hour here when it comes to for me.
You Gucci, man. You Gucci.
All right, so we got 3 trade partners here. I'll show you the players.
Damn, Eagles got Tyler Godden. Boy, rich get richer with the O-line, boy.
Hey, cool. I'd love for them to get Tyler Guyton. I love that for them. So I don't want to draft Latu again just because I don't want it to be repetitive, but like here we got 3 trade partners. We have Arizona, Baltimore, and New Orleans. So automatically I want their 27th, and I want doesn't look like they're going to give up 71. Give me 90. I think that's a fair return.
You just slide back just a little bit. Yeah.
Slide back 3 picks. There's still some guys on the board that
did you see who all was available there before you did that?
So there's Jerzon Newton, there's Laiatu. So
go ahead. Go ahead.
If I'm jumping back, I like Jerzon, I like Laiatu, I like Jackson Powers Johnson. And if anything, there's 3 guys right there that will be there. So
yeah, Cooper DeJean, I think that, since the new kickoff rules and everything, it might play to your favor right there.
Hey, ain't that the truth?
Touchdown to touchdown, no matter how you get it.
Not accepted.
Oh, they don't want to take that? Come on,
wait, hold up. It says it's a 68% chance.
Take that.
Oh, there we go. Second
Yeah.
time's the charm.
Okay, good.
They get Latu.
Had to do the Diddy on them. Okay,
Oh,
so you
man,
still
look.
got the same people, man,
Pretty much,
outside
yeah.
of Latu, right?
Yeah. So
You got your Jackson Powers. Go ahead.
Hey, you want to be? Oh,
Oh, we still in the first, huh?
yeah. We're still in the first because here's the thing. Again, if I'm here, if I'm at 27,
Yeah, well, slide back a little bit more. We need all of the.
I'm jumping back. Like right now, guys that I like here is Jerzon Newton, Jackson Powers, Johnson. I like Zach Frazier. I love Peyton Wilson. I don't know if I want to draft him in the first. Cooper and Kool-Aid. So, all right, we'll take their 30th. And I want
Greedy. Let's get giddy. Yeah. Go.
I want 130. Oh, trade will most likely be accepted. Let's get greedy here.
Yeah, greedy. Oh yeah, they accepted. Yeah, come on. All right, so what we got to hit with this one though. All right, so what we got? Because okay,
They got Jackson. They already have Frank Ragnow.
yeah, that's crazy. They finna trade him. We'll see him guard. Yeah,
Yo, shit.
guard.
This is what I would do here. I do like Jerzon. I'm cool with Zach Frazier right here.
You can still get your Zach. Okay.
I'm cool with
But
Zach.
Peyton Wilson. Do you think
Yeah,
Zach will go to the?
I'm cool with going Zach here just because of all the capital we just picked up. You know,
Okay.
and I kind of look at how the Lions drafted last year, and the Lions, you'd look in that spot, you'd be like, all right, like you kind of reached there with like Jahmyr Gibbs and Jack Campbell, and you know, the draft gods kind of shined upon them because they drafted those guys, and then they walked into Brian Branch. So I would go.
the draft god favored them heavily because they were the only team to get rid of their tight end to also go in the next year to go get Sam Laporta and never skipped a beat. Actually got better in that department.
Hey.
And Jahmyr Gibbs is a dog. I already knew, he was going
You
to
want
do
to know
his
what
deal.
pick would piss people off?
Was that?
Jatavian Sanders.
Oh, shit.
That'd be hilarious.
You better
So
be
I-
Deion Sanders. Come on with it.
I'll go. I like Zach there just because I do want to solidify our offensive line, and we ended up. Now we have in the top 100. We ended up with 5 picks in the top 100.
Yeah.
We can
man,
do a
that's
lot
dope.
of damage there. So I'm probably gonna hang on to this pick. I don't really see anybody
Nah.
that I feel like needs to be picked there. Jermaine,
Hey, you saw the Phoenix went
Eagles?
Phoenix went to the Steelers. They're gonna have a whole bunch of quarterbacks in there.
Oh man, oh man,
What they trying to do? Collect the collector of quarterbacks.
oh man. So here, I'm cool with getting my runner here. I'm cool with getting Jonathan Brooks here. Ooh, I don't know if
Edge
he's going to
Cooper.
be here. I don't
Edge
know if
Cooper.
he's going to be here though. And the thing is,
Yo.
like, I would draft him if he's here, but I don't know how realistic that would be.
Man, that would be nice to get Cooper right there. So you're looking at your running back. I think you got all of them picks, man. We are thick down the line with running backs, man, that can give you something. I like Jonathan Brooks, but at this time, I don't think he will be fully ready and springy and jumpy around until like November. Even though they say that he's okay and everything, but I like Jalen Wright. I could name you some other running backs that I would take.
Ray Davis. I like.
Ray, yeah.
I like Bucky Irving. Yeah, like I'm cool with passing up on the running back there. So I would go here. I mean, I would go Edge Cooper. Do you think we should take him just because?
Because of the value, yeah.
Well, I'm definitely cool with that, but I don't think he's going to be there on draft night, and I kind of want it to be a little bit realistic.
Go to realistically, they would pick the Cowboys would be drafting Chris Jenkins from Michigan. Y'all, everybody will be like, oh, F this team, man. It'll be a riot somewhere. Jerry Jones and them will fly back to Texas and it'll be burned down to the ground. Hey, because they can't stand these Michigan guys, man.
Well, I can't either. I'm an Ohio State fan.
Oh, my gosh, man.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, look,
Roman Wilson, they'd be mad, man. Anybody with Michigan, man, they
Hey,
boy.
I don't know why they would be mad at that. Roman Wilson can play, man.
Man, he's Michigan guy.
Oh yeah, that's
Hey, if we had a time machine, they would still look at Tom Brady. Nah, I can't stand Tom Brady.
so I guess like you never know what happens in a draft. We'll take Edrin Cooper there.
You gonna take Coop? Okay.
Yeah, you never know what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I heard he has some teammate problems, and because of that, the first 55 picks shouldn't take him.
Yeah.
Oh, the 49ers.
Shut there, contain the damn ball!
He's contained the goddamn ball. All right. So, man, if it would be crazy if the Lions have another stellar draft, it'd be crazy.
Oh man, I wouldn't want that. Tavondre Sweat off the board. Damn.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted Tavondre Sweat.
Yep. Got Corum.
Oh, hell. Trade.
Dallas Cowboys is burned down to the ground. Breaking news.
It's like the Drake song. Breaking news, my.
Yeah.
I can't say the next one. So I'd be cool with getting my runner here.
Bucky
100%.
Irving. You going or Trey Benson? We already dab into that world.
Trey Benson. Screw it. Let's just take Trey Benson again because we got a second.
Somebody will be like, Blake Corum was right there.
I thought you didn't like Michigan guys though.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, man, I do like the way this draft turned out for us. I definitely want to go wide receiver here.
There ain't go Ray Davis right there. You gonna go wide receiver? Then let's look at all of the top wide receivers. When you click that there, yeah. Let's see. You have Brandon Rice. You have
Cornelius.
Malik Washington. You got him. Malik Washington. What y'all getting right there, man? Plenty of rice right there. Don't pass up on the bloodline for your mind.
What would you go here? Have you watched these guys?
Outside of Brandon Rice, I saw Malik Washington. I didn't watch the trash kid right there.
I didn't watch the draft. Let's check the.
Look at the analyst. Click that analyst button at the top.
Because if he can play on the outside, runs routes with nuance, good manipulation of a defensive back's leverage and blind spot. Already sounds Dak.
8. See that? It said cons 8 drops in 2023.
Oh, you don't like that.
I haven't watched the tape of the man. Apologies, y'all. But I'm gonna tell y'all, just by his last name alone, he won't last in Dallas, man. He can't help his last name.
My gosh. Brendan Rice. I think he's probably the pick here.
Yeah, go ahead. Jerry Rice, it will force Jerry Rice to come to all of the Cowboys game. Yeah, I love it.
This would be considered a reach by PFF. I don't know about you though. Dwayne Carter.
Oh yeah, I like Dwayne Carter. Yeah, it's a good spot right there.
All right, and then let's speed it up a little bit because I'm not interested in trading up for any of these characters. All right, so we got Dylan Johnson.
He's a good runner. Yeah, I like the way he runs.
Luke McCaffrey.
But he runs a little up high. Go get McCaffrey bloodline, man.
You want to know what? People might hate this, but I like the player. I'd go with Jaheim Bell here. 174, 5th round pick. You drafted Zach Frazier. I got dinged for that.
Okay, you got dinged for with bees. Yeah.
Hey, if they end up with this, Frazier, Cooper, Benson, Rice, Dwayne Carter, Jaheim Bell. That's a great draft in my opinion.
Yeah, it's really good. Y'all snip that, man, and talk about it later. But 4 or 5 years from now, y'all be like, man, this law and beats, man. Cowboys beat, man. They was on point with it. Yes, indeed.
Let's get into these super chats here, and then we'll bounce. Let's see. Dronos was the one that we were going to get into first. Dak needs a fail-safe offensive weapon. He hasn't had that since Cole Beasley. Draft Ladd McConkey. or Luke McCaffrey. Salute to both you guys. Appreciate you, Drone Nose.
Yeah.
I like that take.
Yeah. Fail safe. Someone like you got to have that trust safety valve, and we thought for sure. It still pisses me off on Brandon Cooks in the playoff game to allow Zaire to shoot through the body there, and he's a veteran wide receiver. And I get it. People will say, "Well, hey, Dak threw that interception there." I get it though, but man, you got to be able to be a safety valve. I mean, the play was called designed for you to catch that for that moment to get you in rhythm, and then you allow somebody to shoot through your body.
Yeah,
come on.
No, I 100% agree. And you want to know what? I know he was on the practice squad last year, but I really liked his college tape. I want to see how Jalen Cropper develops.
Monroe Cropper, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see how he develops. So, I think that could potentially be maybe a fail-safe type of guy there, but I'm completely fine with drafting McCaffrey or Lad McCankly. McCankly. That's like
that lad. They had me looking up. I was looking at that tape. I was like, lad. That is
what that looks like? That looks like an LA Rams wide receiver draft board.
Lad, way to go, lad! Yeah. And
you remember,
yeah.
You remember it was like a meme during the 2022 season when Matt Stafford's top weapons were Cooper Kupp, Ben Skoranek, and Tyler Higbee.
Yeah, man. I said, man, who he throwing to? That's a nice.
That's hilarious, man. That's like a LA Rams draft board right there. That's hilarious. Let's see. You probably know how to say this.
I thought you were going to get a shot at it,
Bria the boy.
He be getting mad. I thought it was a female for a second. I was like, hey, got a lady super chat. But no, his bread boy. He had to put that A in there. I got my Mississippi glasses on, and I be hooked on phonic reading. And I like, Bria, and he was like, no, man, it's bread boy. Okay. Boy, 86. Big brother Law was good with you for the $4.99 for your mind. Shout out to you, bread.
Man. We got another one from Drove Nose. Appreciate you, bro. Guyton or Mims in round 1, Frazier or Limmers round 2, linebacker round 3, wide receiver round 5. I don't mind that at all, especially Mims, man. You end up with Amarius Mims, cool with that.
Did he put running back somewhere in there?
I don't think he put running back, but that's definitely got to be addressed. But hey, look, we could go get
evil world we live in.
Yeah, you gotta have running back, bro. You got to double dip, I believe. I don't want to see Snoop Connor. They talking about, hey, give Snoop some time, man. I ain't talking about dog, but give Snoop some time.
we got Jonathan Brooks at home, and it's just Snoop Connor.
It's Snoop Connor.
Yeah, no, man.
Snoop Carando. Mississippi boy. Yeah.
Mims with Tyler Smith on that left side, I can rock with that. I could be like Michael Jackson and rock with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That because look, Amarius Mims. I understand he doesn't have a lot of college tape.
Upside,
college tape he has crazy, checks off every box when it comes to physical traits. I understand he played on the right side. Man, you put him with Duke Manyweather.
Duke said, I heard that part on the Vach and Duke show, whereas he said he can play left and right. I was like, yeah. But the only reservations that we have with Mims is that I think you and I got more college tape than him right now. So he only played about 8 games. So I'm like, hey, come on, man.
Oh man. So here's the thing, right? You get Mims and you put him with Tyler Smith.
Yeah.
If Zach and Terrence can get back to what they were doing in 22, run blocking wise, and you have Tyler and Amarius Mims on the left side, we're gonna be running over teams.
And yeah, but you sold me on Zach Frazier, and you sold me on just trying to solidify that inside run. Because we didn't have that last year. We didn't have a lot of A or B gap runs. And can you be a team that runs off of C gaps and run off the edge and be possible to win? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Miami. They do number C gap runs. Think about this. The 49ers. They C gap run. They don't run McCaffrey up the A. Now he can run up inside, but they push, they pull, they get to the outside. and the Miami, the way they was running before the players got nicked up a little bit, it was like Florida relays. They was running on the outside like, shoo, how can you catch them?
Yeah.
So it's possible, but I think that's more of scheme. And poor Mike McCarthy, he can't scheme himself into running the ball even if he wanted to. Let's be real. Let's be real. So my biggest hope outside of all of this bull sugar, man, is that Steve Simcoe can be our version of a Ben Johnson or our version of a Bobby Slowick that can help. Although he's not going to be calling play, but they can help Mike McCarthy out in those new age ways. Because Steve Simcoe, I want y'all to look up Boston College offense. He had those boys rolling. And he had Zay Flowers getting out there for the first round draft picks, man, because of his scheming system on how he get people involved. So that's my only hope, man.
Which is another reason why, hey, look out for Christian Mahogany from Boston College this draft.
Okay.
He could very well be one of the draft picks. And I'd like to get like Vach's or Duke's opinion on this. Like, can he play center? Like, is he one of those guys that can transition to center? Because they know better than me. I do think that he's a pretty good guard. I think he can transition to the next level and be a good player. But I'd really be interested in seeing if he can move into center.
Oh yeah. Well,
and I mean, like, yeah, you're right though with Miami and the C gap runs. But hey, how about we do some stuff like that while also being able to run down the middle?
Oh yeah, shoot.
Hey. That's how I prefer to do. Look, I'm old school, man. Get under center.
I used to love seeing Travis Frederick and Zach Martin just pre-pause, cream a guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you cream and then Zeke just drop his big head down and just get another 3 to 4 yards. Pause, all that pause. But that's the only way you can explain football. You got to say it that way. You can't say it anyway. Power slam. That's what the 21 slam. That's what it's called to play. You know what I'm saying? 21 slam, and you run in between Frederick and Zach Martin. Shoot, you gonna get those yards, man. That's why we love with old Ron Leary. Shoot, when he used to clean people up out of there, and Murray and all of those boys get them yards. Come on, man. Shoot, we miss some of that stuff. The power runs down inside.
Talking about like the pause moments, what did Chris Collinsworth said with Landon Dickerson? How about some Landon Dickerson coming up? Now that's like excessive, right? Like what you said is different, right? It's like he meant to say that.
Yeah.
He had no intention of saying pause.
No intention. Yeah. It says stay no Diddy instead of pause. Well, no Diddy, man. Shoot. Where they used to explain Saquon Barkley legs and stuff, man. I'm sitting there like, come on, man. No Diddy, man.
Bro, on the final word, when you guys said the no Diddy application, bro, I was in tears. I was delivering a package today, right? I had a signature required. Somebody said no Diddy application. I laughed like right in the customer's face. And it was it was somebody that was like disabled.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I can't laugh right now. I can't laugh right now.
Somebody gonna take our app idea, man. We just want to create a design. We can go back in time and say we were the first ones to start the No Diddy app. And Diddy out there all in Miami talking about this is the remix because he's still free. He's still out there.
So we got Sight and Traps. I definitely probably butchered that as well.
Yeah.
Paying Parsons will be worth it if he has legit defensive tackles. I think he's worth paying regardless, to be honest.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
who do you want instead?
who are you going to move on to?
You better pay Parsons. That's the only thing that the Cowboys have been having issues with. Like who you gonna move on with?
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, move on from this guy, move on from that. And even like the idea where people come up
Who do
with
you
and they're
want?
like, oh, just get 2 first-round picks for Micah Parsons. I don't agree with that because you're going to have to do a 1-for-1 swap, right? You're going to have to draft
Yeah.
a defensive end. Who's to say that the guy can even play in the NFL, let alone to the level of Micah Parsons? And then like, yeah, cool, you get another first-round pick. What if that first-round pick doesn't pan out?
Well, what if they don't pan out? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it makes you a better team. But yeah, Law, we had what did the guy say on the video? They had us in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. When it came to this stream, they had us in the first half.
They
I'm not
did.
gonna lie.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
had some
yeah.
technical difficulties, but we got over it. And bro, we had another banger, bro.
Yeah, man, and pause, and shout out to Banger Bros, But yeah, bread boy, 86. He said the A is for power. Appreciate you, and then he says I miss them hard runs up the.
No, did he?
No, did it, man? Hey, this show is off the chain, man. I appreciate you, man.
Oh,
hey, you
man.
lifted my spirit, bro. Thank you so much, man. Keep let people know where they can find and follow you too, man, because y'all can find me at Law Nation Sports. But I think that my audience on this side, they need to know where they can find you at, bro.
You can find me at Cowboys Beat on YouTube. I'm going to start doing more YouTube stuff, more lives. We'll definitely link up again soon, Law. So YouTube Cowboys Beat, TikTok Cowboys Beat, Instagram and X Cowboys Beat. So find me over there. I appreciate you guys for coming out. I appreciate the support. And Law, I appreciate you for having me on your platform. It's always an honor talking to you, my friend. You are one of my role models within this community, and you do a lot of great work within this community, and you're doing a great job, bro. So, I definitely appreciate you having me on, bro.
Appreciate you, man, and I can't wait for the cut-ups, man. I know you finna cut it up
Go
cha
crazy.
cha cha. You finna go crazy on TikTok and beyond, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me on as well, and let's continue to go, man, and grow. Yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah,
man. I'm trying to be on your level.
Hey, man, you there already, man. Shoot, you starting off real good.
Oh man, all right,
Yeah.
peace, stream.